Discover the incredible story of the Polar Express, which helped save New York during one of the worst winters in its history. But first, I ask you to subscribe to our channel, if you are not already subscribed, and share the video link with all your friends and family. Let's get to today's content. In March 1888, New York City faced one of the biggest blizzards in American history, known as the Great Blizzard of 1888. The storm completely paralyzed the city, covering everything with more than 20 inches of snow in less than a day. But in the midst of this chaos, an unexpected solution emerged, an improvised train that would become known as the Polar Express. The storm arrives. The storm began on the morning of March 11, 1888, taking New Yorkers by surprise. Violent winds of up to 70 kilometers per hour turned the city into a white desert, with snow piling up at an alarming rate. Communications were disrupted, telegraphs were down, and train lines stopped. New York was, literally, isolated from the rest of the country. Chaos in the street. Snow blocked the city's main roads, and public transport, which relied on horse-drawn trams, was unable to operate. The carriages were buried, and people were forced to walk through the frozen streets. With the city on the brink of collapse, it was necessary to find a way to transport food and essential supplies to residents. The rise of the Polar Express. It was then that the city decided to improvise. The tram tracks were unusable, but trains running above ground could still be used. The solution? An emergency train service, which began operating to deliver food, supplies, and even transport people who were trapped in the middle of the chaos. This train came to be called, informally, the Polar Express. The challenges of the Polar Express. Operating the Polar Express was not easy. Ice and winds made it difficult for trains to move forward, which often became bogged down in accumulated snow. But train drivers and engineers worked tirelessly to keep the service running. With frozen tracks and virtually zero visibility, trains continued to roll as New Yorkers looked to the Polar Express as their only hope of surviving the harsh winter. Overcoming the blizzard. The storm only lasted 3 days, but the impact was devastating. More than 200 people lost their lives, and the cost of the damage to the city was incalculable. However, the Polar Express became a symbol of New Yorkers' resilience. Thanks to the ingenuity of train operators, the city was able to maintain the supply of food and essential supplies during the crisis. The legacy of the Polar Express. After the Great Blizzard of 1888, New York realized the need for a more efficient and weather-resistant transportation system. This was one of the reasons that led to the construction of the city's famous underground subway system, which would be inaugurated years later, in 1904. The Polar Express and the challenges faced during the blizzard are remembered to this day as a milestone in the history of urban transport. Conclusion. And so, the Polar Express became part of New York history, a testament to how innovation and resilience can help overcome even the greatest challenges. If you liked this story and want to know more about curious historical events, comment, "I want." Subscribe to the Just for Curiosity channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss upcoming content. Until the next video.